The spaceship Stargazer hung silently in the dark void of space. Its sleek, silver body reflected the light of a nearby yellow star. Inside, two alien explorers, Min Jun and Seo Yun, looked out at a blue and green planet spinning slowly below them. "Is this the one?" Seo Yun asked, her large eyes blinking with excitement. Min Jun nodded, his antennae twitching as he studied the planet. "Yes, this is Earth. Our long-range scans picked up radio signals from here. It seems to be home to an intelligent species. The two aliens came from a peaceful race called the Zephyrians. They had traveled across the galaxy, meeting many different alien species, but they had never seen a planet quite like Earth before. It looks so calm," Seo Yun said, pressing her hand against the viewing window. "Look at all that blue. It must be mostly water." Min Jun agreed. The scans show large oceans covering most of the planet. The land areas seem to have a mix of forests, mountains, and flat areas. It's very diverse. As they watched, the planet slowly turned, revealing more of its surface. They could see white clouds swirling in the atmosphere, and patches of green that must be forests or grasslands. "Should we try to make contact?" Seo Yun asked, her voice filled with hope. Min Jun thought for a moment. It was a big decision. Their people had rules about contacting new species. They had to be careful not to scare or harm the locals. "Let's get closer first," he said. "We need to learn more before we decide." The Stargazer moved silently towards Earth. As they got nearer, they could see more details. They saw the shapes of continents, the peaks of mountains, and the outlines of islands in the vast oceans. "Look there." Seo Yun pointed at a cluster of lights on the dark side of the planet. "Those must be cities. They really do have an advanced civilization." Min Jun zoomed in their viewing screen. The cities were impressive, with tall buildings and networks of roads. But something else caught his eye. "That's strange," he muttered. "Do you see those lines of light crisscrossing the land? They seem to be everywhere." Seo Yun looked closer. "You're right. They connect all the cities and towns. I wonder what they're for." As they watched, they saw tiny points of light moving along these lines. They realized these must be vehicles of some kind, carrying the inhabitants from place to place. "They seem to move around a lot," Min Jun observed. "I wonder why. Most species we've met prefer to stay in one place." Their ship's computer beeped, drawing their attention. It had finished analyzing the planet's atmosphere. "This is odd," Min Jun said, reading the results. "The air is mostly nitrogen and oxygen, but there are traces of many other gases too. Some of them seem dangerous." Seo Yun looked worried. "Dangerous? How?" "Well, some of these gases could be harmful if breathed in large amounts," Min Jun explained. "But the levels are low. Maybe they're natural to this planet." As they continued to watch, they saw more surprising things. They saw huge storms forming over the oceans, with swirling clouds and flashes of lightning. They saw mountains spewing smoke and lava. They even saw large cracks in the Earth's surface, where the ground seemed to be moving. "This planet is very active," Seo Yun said, her voice a mix of awe and concern. "How can anyone live here safely?" Min Jun shook his head in wonder. "I don't know. But they do. Look there. See those buildings near that smoking mountain? The inhabitants must have found a way to survive even in these dangerous areas." They spent hours watching the planet, fascinated by its beauty and its dangers. They saw deserts where no water fell for years. They saw frozen lands covered in ice and snow. They saw deep oceans with huge waves. "I think we should make contact," Min Jun said finally. "Any species that can survive on a planet like this must be remarkable. We could learn a lot from them." Seo Yun agreed eagerly. "Yes, but where should we land? It all looks so challenging." Min Jun studied the map their computer had made. "Let's start somewhere quiet, away from the big cities. We don't want to cause a panic." How about this area here? He pointed to a green patch near a coastline. Seo Yun nodded. It looks peaceful enough. Let's go. As the stargazer began its descent towards Earth, neither Min-jun nor Seo Yun could have guessed the adventures that awaited them. They were about to meet the most surprising species in the galaxy, on the most dangerous planet in the entire universe. The stargazer glided silently through Earth's atmosphere. Min-jun and Seo Yun felt a mix of excitement and nervousness as their ship descended towards the green patch they had chosen for landing. "Look at those tall green things," Seo Yun said, pointing at the ground below. "They're everywhere." Min-jun checked the ship's computer. "They're called trees. They seem to be an important part of the planet's ecosystem." As they got closer to the ground, they could see more details. The trees swayed gently in the wind. Small creatures flew between them. On the ground, they saw patches of colorful things that the computer called flowers. "It's beautiful," Seo Yun whispered. "But remember, we need to be careful. We don't know what dangers might be hiding here." The ship touched down in a small clearing. Min-jun and Seo Yun put on their protective suits before opening the door. They had to be ready for anything. As they stepped out, they were hit by a wave of sensations. The air felt heavy and wet. Strange smells filled their noses. The ground felt soft under their feet. "The gravity is stronger here than on our home planet," Min-jun said, taking a careful step. "We'll have to move slowly at first." They looked around in wonder. The trees towered above them, their leaves rustling in the breeze. Small flying creatures darted between the branches, making high-pitched noises. "Those must be birds," Seo Yun said, pointing. "The computer said they're common on this planet." Suddenly, a loud crack echoed through the forest. Min-jun and Seo Yun froze. "What was that?" Seo Yun whispered, her eyes wide with fear. Before Min-jun could answer, they heard a low growl. From between the trees, a large creature emerged. It had sharp teeth, powerful legs, and eyes that seemed to glow. "It's some kind of predator," Min-jun said, slowly backing away. "We should return to the ship." But as they turned, they saw more creatures appearing. Some climbed down from the trees, while others slithered along the ground. The air was filled with different sounds, growls, hisses, and high-pitched calls. "There are so many different species," Seo Yun said in awe, despite her fear. "And they all look dangerous." They managed to get back to their ship safely. Once inside, they took off their helmets and looked at each other in shock. "I've never seen so many potentially deadly creatures in one place," Min-jun said. "How can anything survive here?" Just then, their ship's sensors picked up movement. On the screen, they saw a group of two-legged creatures walking through the forest. They were tall, with no fur except on top of their heads. "Those must be the intelligent species we detected," Seo Yun said. "The humans." They watched in amazement as the humans walked confidently through the dangerous forest. They seemed to know where to step and what to avoid. When a large, scary creature appeared, the humans didn't run. Instead, they made loud noises and waved their arms. The creature ran away. "Incredible," Min-jun murmured. "They've learned to survive among all these dangers." As they continued to observe, they saw more amazing things. They saw humans swimming in water filled with sharp-toothed creatures. They saw them climbing tall mountains where the air was thin. They even saw them living near those smoking mountains they had seen from space. "I don't understand," Seo Yun said. "Our scans showed that this planet has extreme temperatures, powerful storms, and even shaking ground. How do the humans cope with all of this?" Min-jun shook his head in wonder. "They must be incredibly adaptable." "Look there." On the screen, they saw a human settlement. It had strong buildings that seemed designed to withstand storms. They saw devices that the humans used to predict weather and warn of dangers. They even saw humans helping injured animals, showing kindness even to potentially dangerous creatures. "We've made an amazing discovery," Min Jun said. "These humans, they're not just surviving on the most dangerous planet we've ever seen. They're thriving." Seo Yun nodded in agreement. "We need to learn more about them. If they can live here, imagine what they could teach us about surviving in harsh environments." As they prepared to explore further, Min Jun and Seo Yun realized that their mission had changed. They had come looking for a new species to contact. Instead, they had found the toughest, most resilient beings in the galaxy. The shocking truth was clear. Earth was indeed the most dangerous planet in the universe. But that only made its inhabitants, the humans, all the more impressive. After their shocking discovery of Earth's dangers, Min Jun and Seo Yun decided to learn more about humans. They used their ship's advanced cloaking technology to observe humans in different parts of the planet without being seen. Their first stop was a place called New York City. As they hovered above the tall buildings, they were amazed by what they saw. "Look at how many humans live so close together," Seo Yun said, pointing at the crowded streets below. Min Jun nodded, his eyes wide. "And see how high they've built their homes. Some of these buildings reach into the clouds." They watched as humans moved quickly through the busy streets. Some walked, while others rode in wheeled vehicles or traveled underground in long, snake-like transports. "They seem to have found many ways to move around," Seo Yun observed. "But why do they need to move so much?" As they watched, they saw humans doing all sorts of jobs. Some were building new structures, others were selling food and goods, and many were sitting in front of screens, typing quickly. "They're always busy," Min Jun said. "Maybe that's how they've learned to survive here. They never stop working and improving things." Next, they traveled to a place called Sahara Desert. Here, they saw a very different world. The land was dry and sandy, with no water in sight. "How can anything live here?" Seo Yun wondered. "There's no food or water." But to their surprise, they saw humans here too. They had built homes that kept out the heat and sand. They had machines that pulled water from deep underground. Some humans even rode on top of large, humped animals to cross the vast desert. "Amazing," Min Jun said. They'd found ways to live even in this harsh place. Their next stop was a cold, icy area called Antarctica. Here, the ground was covered in white snow, and strong winds blew constantly. "Surely nothing can survive here," Seo Yun said, shivering just from looking at the icy landscape. But once again, they were proved wrong. They saw humans living in special buildings that could withstand the extreme cold. The humans wore thick, warm clothes when they went outside. They even had vehicles that could move across the ice and snow. "I can't believe it," Min Jun said. "No matter where we go, humans have found a way to live." As they continued their journey, they saw more incredible things. They watched humans dive deep into the ocean, protected by special suits. They saw them climb the highest mountains, using ropes and special tools. They even saw humans floating high above the Earth in a large space station. "Do you see what I see?" Seo Yun asked, pointing at the space station. Min Jun nodded excitedly. "Yes, they're not just surviving on their dangerous planet. They're starting to explore space too." They decided to take a closer look at human technology. They were amazed by what they found. Humans had machines that could fly through the air, ships that could sail across vast oceans, and tiny devices that could talk to each other across the whole planet. "Their technology is incredible," Min Jun said. "And look how fast it's improving. These space vehicles are much more advanced than the ones we saw in their old pictures." Seo Yun agreed. "They're learning and growing so quickly. It's like the dangers of their planet have pushed them to become smarter and more creative." As they finished their tour of Earth, Min Jun and Seo Yun felt a new respect for humans. These creatures, who looked so soft and weak, had proven to be incredibly strong and smart. "I think I understand now," Seo Yun said. "Earth isn't just the most dangerous planet in the universe. It's also a school. Min Jun looked at her curiously. A school? What do you mean? Think about it, Seo Yun explained. All these dangers have taught humans to be tough, smart, and creative. They've had to solve so many problems just to survive. And look at how much they've accomplished. Min Jun nodded slowly, understanding dawning on his face. You're right. Earth's dangers haven't defeated humans. They've made them stronger. As they prepared to return to their home planet, Min Jun and Seo Yun knew they had an amazing report to give. They had discovered not just a new species, but perhaps the most impressive beings in the entire universe. Humans, with their incredible ingenuity, had turned the most dangerous planet into their greatest teacher. Min Jun and Seo Yun's spaceship zoomed through the stars, heading back to their home planet, Sephiria. They were excited to share what they had learned about Earth and its amazing inhabitants, the humans. As soon as they landed, they were taken to the Grand Hall of the Galactic Council. The hall was huge, with tall ceilings and walls that sparkled like stars. Aliens from all over the galaxy sat in rows, waiting to hear about the new planet. Min Jun and Seo Yun stood in front of the council, feeling nervous but eager to tell their story. Honorable members of the Galactic Council, Min Jun began, we have discovered a planet unlike any other. It is called Earth, and it is home to a species known as humans. A murmur of interest went through the crowd. New planets were always exciting news. Seo Yun stepped forward. Earth is the most dangerous planet we have ever seen, she said. It has giant storms, shaking ground, fire-spitting mountains, and creatures that could eat you in one bite. The council members looked shocked. Some of them gasped. But that's not all, Min Jun continued. Despite these dangers, Earth is home to an intelligent species. The humans not only survive on this deadly planet, but they thrive. Min Jun and Seo Yun took turns describing what they had seen on Earth. They told about the busy cities, the homes in the desert, and the research stations in the icy lands. They showed pictures of humans exploring deep oceans and climbing high mountains. As they spoke, the mood in the hall changed. At first, the aliens looked scared and doubtful. But slowly, their faces showed wonder and amazement. These humans, said Gorgor, a big, hairy alien from a planet of eternal winter, they live in hot places too. How is this possible? Min Jun nodded. Yes, humans have found ways to live in almost every part of their planet. They use their intelligence to create tools and machines that help them survive. Another alien, a small floating creature named Blip Blop, spoke up. But surely they cannot be very advanced if their planet is so dangerous. Seo Yun smiled. Actually, we believe that the dangers of their planet have pushed humans to become very advanced. They have machines that can fly, devices that can talk across the whole planet, and they're even starting to explore space. This news caused a lot of excitement. The hall filled with the sound of aliens talking all at once. Some sounded impressed, others sounded worried. The head of the council, a wise old alien named Zorzor, raised his hand for silence. This is indeed amazing news, he said, but how can we be sure these humans are peaceful? A species from such a dangerous world might be dangerous themselves. Min Jun and Seo Yun looked at each other. They hadn't thought about that. We're not sure, Min Jun admitted. We didn't make direct contact with the humans. We only observed them. Zorzor nodded slowly. Then we must learn more before we decide what to do. We need to send more explorers to Earth. We need to understand these humans better. The council members all agreed. They voted to send a bigger team to Earth. This team would study the humans more closely and try to figure out if they would be good friends for the galactic community. As the meeting ended, Min Jun and Seo Yun felt proud. They had started something big. The whole galaxy was now interested in Earth and its amazing humans. But they also felt a little worried. What if the council decided humans were too dangerous? What if they chose to stay away from Earth forever? As they left the grand hall, Min Jun turned to Seo Yun. "Do you think we did the right thing?" he asked. "Telling everyone about Earth." Seo Yun thought for a moment. Then she smiled. "Yes," she said, "I think we did. The humans have so much to teach us. And who knows, maybe we have things to teach them too." Min Jun nodded. He hoped she was right. As they walked away, both of them thought about Earth, wondering what would happen next in this exciting adventure. After the big meeting, the Galactic Council decided to learn more about Earth and its humans. They came up with a plan called the Earth Challenge. Aliens from different planets would go to Earth and try to live there for one full Earth year. Min Jun and Seo Yun were chosen to lead the challenge. They were excited but also a little scared. They knew how dangerous Earth could be. On the day of the challenge, spaceships from all over the galaxy arrived near Earth. There were tall, thin aliens from dry planets, short, round aliens from high-gravity worlds, and even some floating aliens who had never touched solid ground before. Min Jun spoke to the group through a special translator. "Welcome to Earth," he said. "This planet is beautiful but very dangerous. We must be careful and work together to survive." The aliens were split into teams. Each team would live in a different part of Earth. Some went to hot deserts, others to cold mountains. Some went to deep forests, and others to busy cities. At first, things were very hard for the aliens. Many of them had never seen rain before, and the first storm scared them badly. Others found it hard to breathe in Earth's thick air. Some aliens from cold planets got sick in the hot sun. But slowly, the aliens started to learn. They watched the humans and copied what they did. They learned to build shelters, find food, and avoid dangerous animals. In the desert, a team of aliens learned to collect water from the air, just like some humans do. In the mountains, another team figured out how to stay warm by making clothes from animal fur. In the forests, aliens learned which plants were safe to eat by watching local animals. The team in the city had the most exciting time. They saw how humans used machines to make their lives easier. They watched in wonder as humans talked to each other through small devices, traveled in fast vehicles, and worked in tall buildings. As the months passed, something amazing happened. The aliens started to enjoy life on Earth. They found beauty in the sunrise and sunset. They felt joy in climbing trees and swimming in lakes. They even started to like some Earth foods. But it wasn't all easy. One day, a big earthquake shook the ground. The aliens were terrified, but they saw how the humans stayed calm and helped each other. The aliens learned to be brave like the humans. Another time, a team of aliens got lost in a thick forest. They were scared and hungry. But then, a group of human hikers found them. Even though the humans were surprised to see aliens, they shared their food and helped the aliens find their way back. This kindness surprised the aliens. They had thought humans might be dangerous, like their planet. But instead, humans showed them friendship and help. As the Earth year came to an end, the aliens gathered to share their experiences. They had all changed. They were stronger, braver, and smarter than before. Min Jun and Seo Yun listened to their stories with big smiles. They were proud of how much everyone had learned. "Earth has taught us so much," said Blip Blop, the small floating alien who had doubted humans before. "It's not just the most dangerous planet. It's also the most exciting." Gorgor, the big hairy alien, nodded in agreement. "The humans are amazing," he said. "They're tough and smart, but also kind. I think they would make great friends for all of us." As the aliens prepared to return to their home planets, they felt sad to leave Earth. Many of them asked if they could come back someday. Min Jun looked at Seo Yun, his eyes shining with excitement. "I think," he said, "that this is just the beginning of a wonderful friendship between Earth and the rest of the galaxy." Seo Yun agreed. She knew that their discovery of Earth had changed everything. The universe would never be the same again. As the spaceships took off, carrying the aliens back to their homes, Earth continued to spin peacefully below. Its oceans, mountains, deserts, and forests had become more than just a dangerous place. Earth was now a symbol of adventure, learning, and hope for the entire galaxy. After the Earth challenge, the Galactic Council met again. The big room was buzzing with excitement. Everyone wanted to talk about Earth and its amazing humans. Zorzor, the wise leader, called for quiet. "We have learned much about Earth," he said. "Now we must decide what to do next." Min Jun and Siu Yun stood up to speak. They had spent a lot of time thinking about what they had seen on Earth. "Honorable Council," Min Jun began, "we believe that humans are very special. They are not just survivors. They are innovators and explorers." Siu Yun nodded and added, "Humans have faced many challenges on their dangerous planet. These challenges have made them strong and creative." The aliens listened closely as Min Jun and Siu Yun shared more about humans. They told stories of human bravery, kindness, and cleverness. They showed videos of humans helping each other during disasters, working together to solve problems, and celebrating their differences. "But the most amazing thing," Siu Yun said, "is that humans are always trying to learn and grow. They are curious about everything, even things beyond their own planet." This made many aliens sit up and take notice. Curiosity was highly valued in the galactic community. Blip Blop, the small floating alien, spoke up. "I saw humans looking at the stars with big tubes they call telescopes. They seemed very interested in space." Gorgor, the big hairy alien, added, "Yes, and they have sent small ships to explore their own solar system. They dream of traveling to other planets." The council members looked at each other in surprise. Most species were happy to stay on their own planets, but humans wanted to explore the universe just like them. Zorzor stood up, his eyes shining with excitement. "I think I understand now," he said. "Earth is not just a dangerous planet. It is a training ground." Everyone looked confused, so Zorzor explained. "Think about it. Humans have learned to live in all kinds of harsh conditions. They have faced dangers we can't even imagine. And instead of giving up, they have become stronger and smarter." The aliens began to nod as they understood what Zorzor was saying. "If humans can survive and thrive on Earth," Zorzor continued, "they might be able to help us explore parts of the galaxy we thought were too dangerous." This idea caused a lot of excitement. Aliens started talking all at once, imagining the possibilities. Min Jun raised his hand to speak again. "There's one more thing," he said. "Humans are very good at working together, even when they're different from each other. This could help bring our galactic community closer together." The council members thought about this. They knew that sometimes different alien species had trouble understanding each other, but humans seemed to be good at making friends with all kinds of beings. After much discussion, Zorzor made a big announcement. "We have decided," he said, "to invite humans to join the galactic community." The room erupted in cheers and applause. It was a historic moment. But Siu Yun raised an important question. "How will we tell the humans about us? They don't know aliens exist yet." Zorzor smiled. "We will need to be careful and kind," he said. "We will send a team to make peaceful contact with Earth's leaders. We will show them that they have friends among the stars." As the meeting ended, Min Jun and Siu Yun felt proud and excited. They had helped to start a new chapter in the history of the galaxy. "Just think," Siu Yun said to Min Jun, "soon humans will be exploring space with us. I can't wait to see what they'll discover." Min Jun nodded, his eyes bright with hope. "And we'll be there to welcome them," he said. "Our new friends from the most dangerous planet in the universe." As they looked out at the stars, Min Jun and Siu Yun knew that the future would be full of amazing adventures. With humans joining the galactic community, anything was possible. The day had finally come. After months of careful planning, the aliens were ready to meet the humans officially. They chose a quiet field in a place called Switzerland for the first meeting. As the sun rose, a large silver spaceship appeared in the sky. It landed softly on the grass. Min Jun, Xiao Yin, and Zor Zor stepped out, feeling nervous but excited. Waiting for them were leaders from many Earth countries. The human leaders looked amazed and a little scared. This was the biggest moment in human history. Zor Zor spoke first, his words translated into all Earth languages. "People of Earth," he said, "we come in peace and friendship. We invite you to join our galactic community." At first, the humans were quiet, trying to understand what was happening. Then one of them stepped forward, a woman with kind eyes and a warm smile. "We welcome you to Earth," she said. "We have many questions, but we are happy to meet you." Over the next few hours, the aliens and humans talked. The aliens explained about the galactic community and all the wonderful things humans could learn. The humans shared their hopes and dreams for exploring space. As they talked, both groups began to relax. They found that they had a lot in common. Both aliens and humans were curious, liked to laugh, and cared about their families. Soon, the news spread all over Earth. People everywhere watched on their screens as humans and aliens shook hands, or tentacles, and agreed to be friends. In the days that followed, amazing things started to happen. Alien scientists shared their knowledge with human scientists. They helped humans make big jumps in medicine, clean energy, and space travel. Human artists and musicians visited alien worlds, sharing Earth's cultures. Aliens loved human music and art, especially things like jazz and abstract painting. Humans, with their experience of living on a dangerous planet, helped the galactic community in special ways. They joined teams exploring harsh planets that other aliens found too scary. Human firefighters taught aliens how to handle big fires on dry planets. Human doctors used their knowledge of treating injuries to help aliens with dangerous jobs. Earth became a popular place for aliens to visit. They came to see the beautiful oceans, climb the tall mountains, and experience the many different climates. Some brave aliens even tried extreme sports like surfing and skydiving. But the most exciting thing was space exploration. Humans joined alien crews on big spaceships, traveling to the far corners of the galaxy. Human curiosity and bravery made them excellent explorers. One day, a team of human and alien scientists made a big discovery. They found a planet that could support life, far from both Earth and the alien worlds. This planet became the first shared colony of humans and aliens, a symbol of their new friendship. Back on Earth, Min Jun and Xiao Yun watched all these changes with joy. They remembered when they first discovered Earth, thinking it was just a dangerous planet. Who would have thought? Min Jun said that the most dangerous planet would give us the best friends. Xiao Yun nodded, smiling. Humans have shown us that facing dangers can make you strong. And now they're helping make the whole universe a better place. As they looked up at the stars, they could see the lights of spaceships twinkling in the sky. Some were leaving Earth, carrying humans and aliens off on new adventures. Others were arriving, bringing visitors eager to see the famous planet Earth. The universe had entered a new era. It was an age of friendship between species, of exciting discoveries, and new challenges faced together. And it had all started because two alien explorers had been brave enough to visit the most dangerous planet in the universe. Earth was no longer just a small blue planet, alone in the vastness of space. It was now an important part of a big, wonderful galactic family. And the future, for both humans and aliens, was brighter than ever before.